Alright, so to use this plugin is as follows. So remember in here we have this profile, which is build front end, and I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So if I open up the terminal, and in fact, let's just stop the server in here, and let's open up the terminal in here, and here I'm going to basically say cd dot dot and then dot dot, and right here I'm inside of the root right here. So inside of the root, and what I want to show you is we have this MVN, so this guy right here, so MVNW. So this is the Maven wrapper. So here we can say / and then MVN and then W, and this will run Maven. So here what I want to do is the following. I want to run Maven and then clean and then install. And basically you see that in here we have let me see. So actually, yeah, so we actually deleted the target folder, right? So in fact, before we do that, let's just start the application through IntelliJ, and this should create the target folder, and there we go. And let me just stop the application, and you can see that we have a target folder here. So now if I open up the terminal and if I say mvnw, and by the way, if you're on Windows, you don't need the / you don't need the /. So here I'm going to say clean, and this will remove the target folder. There we go, and the target folder should disappear, and you can see that it's gone. So I'm actually showing you all the commands. Basically we can run Maven from here, from IntelliJ, but I'm doing this through the terminal because this is the proper way that you should be learning it. But here, lifecycle, we have clean, right? And then install as well. And let me actually show you through the terminal. So now what we want to do is to say Maven clean and then install. Now I'm going to press enter in here, and this will basically clean the project and then at the end build the jar file. But what I want you to see is that, so let me just put this full screen, and you can see that in here it's actually using, so if I scroll down, so you can see that here it's using our plugin, so front-end Maven plugin, and it's actually doing it quick. But if I scroll up, you can see that's scanning for projects and then installing node and then version and then npm install. So this is the front-end Maven plugin, and then running the build, npm run and then build, and creating an optimized production build. So you can see that this now it's been automated for us, and now it's going to run some tests, and there we go. So you can see that build success, and this is nice. So you saw that by running Maven, it actually did run. So here, so if I scroll up, and the build was success. So here, so this was the previous one. So here, if I go line by line, oops, I didn't mean to go to the bottom. So let me just scroll in here. So oops, there's so many things in here, but have a look. So basically installing node, and then it's running the optimized build, and basically it's just doing whatever we instructed to do in here, right? So this is really nice, right? So all of these executions, that's what you saw in the console. And inside of the target folder right here, we have this jar file. But now have a look. If I open up the classes, and then basically we don't have any static assets in there. So here as well, so we only have our demo application, and then the student controller, as well as the gender, and then the student class as well. But what we are missing is whatever it's been built by the front-end Maven plugin. And what is happening is that we are building. So here, check this out. So we are building, so front end. So we built this build folder right here. But what we are missing is actually copying this folder into resources and then static. So let me show you. So I'm going to delete this build folder. And let me open up the terminal. And right here, we could run it through here. Or if you want, whoops, we could open up Maven. And then here we could say install. So it's the same thing. So just give it a second while it's doing its thing. And you can see that front-end Maven. So it didn't install Node because it was already there. And very soon we should see the build folder in here once this finishes. And then compile successfully. And basically it's running the tests now. And at this point, I think we should see the build folder in here. So that's finished, and there we go. So you can see that the build folder was created. So what we are missing is taking this build folder from this location into, so if I collapse this, into static. So this is where we want this to be. And for that, let's also configure this execution right here, or this profile in here. So this profile, and we want to include an extra step which will copy the resources. And to do that, we need to use Maven resources plugin.